Dobry den! Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going together to Ukraine. First of all, I want to thank a dear friend of mine for making this beautiful kokoshnik, which is a traditional Ukrainian headpiece. And also I want to remind you to like and follow for more stories. This is only the second one out of 12 stories from around the world, so many more will follow. The story of today is called Feodosia the Blubbermouth. Do you know what a blubbermouth is? A blubbermouth is a person who speaks a little bit too much, probably when they shouldn't. So, the story of Feodosia the Blubbermouth. Once upon a time, in a village far, far away, a little village in Ukraine, there lived a beautiful, happy couple. His name was Feodor and her name was Feodosia. They were really happy together and they really enjoyed life. But there were some moments when the husband, Feodor, was not too happy because Feodosia, although she was a wonderful person, everyone in the community loved her, she did talk a little bit too much in the meaning of gossiping. She really loved gossip, and there was nothing that she could keep to herself even for 5 minutes. The moment she found out a secret, she had to go to the neighbors or to see her friends and talk about it. One day, Feodor was working in the field, taking care of the earth. He was plowing the earth when he found something. It was a ceramic jar filled with golden coins. Whoa, this is amazing, he thought. I don't know if I will be able to share it with my wife, because if I do, she will speak with everyone. The whole village will know that we found a treasure, and eventually the landlord will know about it, and obviously he will take it because he will say we found it on his land, and in that case it belongs to him. If I don't, she's gonna notice the money. What to do? He thought about it, and then an idea came up to him. He went to sleep, he woke up earlier than usually, and he went to the market where he bought a bag of bagels, a rabbit, a wild rabbit, a hare, and a couple of fish. He took all these and he went to the lake where he normally fishes, and he put the rabbit was dead already, so don't worry. So he put the body of the rabbit in the net and threw the net into the water as if waiting for fish. Then he went to the nearby forest and he scattered the fish all around the shrubs as if they were there since the beginning. And finally he went to a tree that had a quite specific shape, an old tree, and he hung all the bagels on it as if they were part of the tree. I went home, pretending that he's just waking up, stretching. Hello, my dear Feodosia, how did you sleep? Not so well. I've had quite a few nightmares this night. I really feel like eating something sweet. Oh, good idea, said Feodor. Come with me. I will take you to have some bagels, but before, I feel like rabbit stew. Maybe we can go together to the lake to get one rabbit or two, and then we can go to the forest to get a couple of fish, and then what? Wait, what did you just say? Did you say go to the lake to get a rabbit? Are you feeling okay? Do you have a headache? Feodor pretended he doesn't know what she's talking about. But it's normal. What are you talking? Come with me, and you're gonna see it. So they went together to the lake. He pulled the net out, and guess what? Inside the net there was a rabbit. A rabbit? Inside the lake? I never knew rabbits swim in the lake like that. Oh, but they do. It's something quite normal, said Feodor. Okay, that's a news for me. Oh, but come to a shrubbery. Let's look for some fish. Let's look in the bushes. I'm sure we will find some. Fish in the forest? What are you talking about? Since when does fish live in the forest? Why wouldn't they live in the forest? The forest is great. I mean, everybody loves this forest. They went inside the forest, they started looking around, and not surprisingly, they found a couple of fish scattered here and there as if they were looking for food. I never knew fish can live in the forest, said Feodosia. This is a new thing for me. It's amazing. It blew my mind. Oh, but this is not all. Come to the bagel tree. A bagel tree? What do you mean a bagel tree? They went together to the bagel tree, and not surprisingly, it was covered in bagels. Let's collect a few. The tree only gives this kind of fruit every 10 years or so, and this is the year, and they look ripe to me. Do they look okay to you? Yeah, they look ripe. Let's take them. Feodosia was so happy. She couldn't really understand what was happening because everything was so weird, but she was really happy about it. So she collected the bagels, they had the fish, they had the rabbit, they went home. Oh, it's so much information, she thought. I don't know how I can deal with it. I really need to speak with someone. Wait. It's not all, said Feodor. Open the stove and look inside. She opened the stove and, sure enough, inside there was a ceramic jar filled with golden coins. It's a treasure. We have a treasure, said Feodosia. Yes, we do, but Feodosia, my darling, you need to promise me that you won't tell anyone about it. Because, if people will find out we have a treasure, first, people want to steal it. Second, the landlord will find out, and if he does, then he will take it away because, in theory, we did find it on his land, which means it belongs to him. Oh, I promise I won't tell anyone, she said. I promise. 5 minutes later, she pretended she doesn't have salt and she needs to go to the neighbor to get some salt. She put on her shawl and went out, and as soon as she saw the neighbor, she started gossiping and telling her everything about it. Fyodor knew, but he let her do it because that was exactly what he had planned. He waited there as in half an hour the whole village knew. In about 1 hour, the villages nearby started finding out as well, and in a day or two, the landlord found out about it. Bring him to me right now, said the landlord. Tell me, did you or did you not find the treasure on my land? Oh, Your Highness, I don't know what you're talking about. Of course not. What do you mean? Everybody's talking about it. You have found the treasure on my land, which means the treasure belongs to me and you have to give it to me, said the landlord. Oh, I really have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, bring his wife here. Let her tell us. Feodosia, did your husband find or not a treasure on my land? Yeah, he did, Your Highness. Okay, you see, she said that you found the treasure. Oh, but Your Highness, you can't really believe everything Feodosia says. I mean, come on, Feodosia, tell His Highness all the details of how we found this treasure. Oh, I remember them very well, said Feodosia, becoming really happy. Yeah, it was that amazing day when, we started the morning by going to the lake to fish a rabbit. And indeed, in the net, we got a rabbit. And then we went to find fish in the forest. So we were looking around, and then in the bushes, we found some fish. I never knew they lived in the forest, but apparently, yes, they do. And then we went to collect bagels from the bagel tree. And it only gives bagels every 10 years or so. But yeah, it was the year, and we collected their bagels, and they were ripe, they were perfect, they were delicious. And then we went home, and I opened the stove, and inside the stove, instead of fire or wood or ashes, there was this jar full with golden coins, and that is it. And what are you talking about? A rabbit in the lake? Fish in the forest? Bagels on a tree? All this sounded so incredible that the landlord obviously thought she was lying and didn't believe anything. Go away, woman, you and your imagination, and don't waste my time with this kind of stories. If I hear you telling this kind of stories again, you'll be in trouble. Feodosia realized that she was indeed in trouble because nobody believed her anymore. So since that day, she started telling the truth and she stopped gossiping. And since they had the treasure and she was not gossiping anymore, they enjoyed a really happy, really fulfilled, and really rich life that nobody knew details about, and they lived happily ever after. This is the story, my dear. I do hope you enjoyed it. And please let me know what other countries that you prefer, what stories, if you have a favorite story coming from whichever country that you would like me to tell, or if you have any suggestions. Please like and follow if you want to hear more stories of this kind, and I will be waiting for you every week with a new one. Do pobaczenia. Pa, pa!